Do you believe your grandfather is racist?
I believe he holds racist tendencies and beliefs.
Why do you say that?
He's just a stock American Christian male. It's older, that's just how they are.
What's going on, America? I'm the right-winged angel, Oliver Mack, and in this video, we got to talk about the grandson of the man who shot Ralph Yarl speaking out against his own grandfather and calling him a racist, but for the craziest reason. Let's check this out.
What was your reaction when you heard that your grandfather shot Ralph Yarl for ringing his doorbell?
First of all, I just want to point out that this white guy has some dirty, dingy cornrows. Okay, that's all.
I was disgusted. I thought it was terrible. Myself and my family stand with Ralph Yarl and seeking justice. This is a horrible tragedy. It never should have happened.
Folks are going to want to know, why are you speaking out and apparently against your grandfather?
It's the right thing to do. This country happens over and over again where people get away with killing unarmed, innocent black people, and I would have had the same energy for any other.
They get away with it? Wait, hold on. Over and over again, people in this country get away with killing unarmed black people. No, they don't. No, they don't. There are actually, and I would argue, there are actually people sitting in jail for killing or shooting unarmed black people that probably shouldn't be sitting in jail right now because we have overcompensated. So I'm actually against that. But of course, he's a liberal. You could tell he is a woke liberal who hates his own race and just wants to have his 15 minutes of fame for speaking out against his grandfather. But we haven't gotten to the good part yet, so let's keep watching.
Other case like I've had over and over again in this country, like I said, so it's the right thing to do. People need to speak out and not make any excuses for this kind of behavior and this violence.
So you said for killing innocent black people. The prosecutor in this case has suggested that there was a racial component to it. Do you believe your grandfather is racist?
I believe he holds racist tendencies and beliefs.
Why do you say that?
He's just a stock American Christian male. It's older, that's just how they are. It's the conspiracies and weird random racist things they say, and it doesn't make sense, but they're just scared.
Okay, so he's a stock American Christian male. So basically he's saying he's an older white male who's Christian. So they're automatically deemed as racist. If you're older, you're white, you're Christian, you're racist in this man's eyes. Isn't that ridiculous to say about a human being, but to say about your own grandfather is just disgusting. You don't judge somebody whether they're racist or not based on how old they are, based on what religion they are, and based on that they're an American. Are you serious? Oh my God.
Now, listen, you're generalizing a lot here about, you said, older Christian white males, but what do you mean by that? What do you mean they're scared? Talk to me more, please.
Yeah, it's just I feel like a lot of people of that generation are caught up in this 24-hour news cycle of fear and paranoia perpetuated by some other news stations, and he was fully into that. Sit and watch Fox News all day, every day, blaring.
So that some other news stations. So CNN is not doing that at all, right? CNN is not fear mongering anybody. Oh yeah, with them talking about the January 6th and they're trying to destroy our democracy and talking about Republicans and talking about MAGA Republicans and all. They're not fear mongering at all. Oh no, not CNN. Just those other news stations like Fox News. He would sit there with Fox News on blaring, and it just radicalized him. Really?
His living room. And I think that stuff really kind of reinforces this negative view of minority groups and leads people to be a little, it doesn't necessarily lead people to be racist, but it reinforces and galvanizes racist people and their beliefs.
So Fox News reinforces and galvanizes racist people and their beliefs. I've watched Fox News. Now, I don't watch it often, but I've watched Fox News, and I've never seen anything on there that galvanized racist people. Now, I'm black. So if I was watching a news station that was meant to galvanize and reinforce racist values or racist people, I would feel pretty uncomfortable. But I've never felt uncomfortable watching Fox News. I have felt uncomfortable watching people like Don Lemon and CNN, but never on Fox News. I guess this guy has never watched Fox News a day in his life and doesn't understand what's on Fox News, doesn't understand conservative values, doesn't understand anything outside of his liberal echo chamber.
Now, apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, Clint, you said that your grandfather would say or do things, apparently that you did not subscribe to, that caused you to distance yourself from him. Say and do things like what?
That's right. A lot of it was the kind of QAnon level conspiracies about election denying, and then they got really weird with some Fauci dogs. I really didn't know what that meant, but I would push back on some of this stuff, and he couldn't handle being pushed back on. And at a certain point, we kind of lost touch, and I think it was more of his choice than mine.
Fauci dogs. Honestly, you guys can let me know in the comments, because I don't even know what the Fauci dogs thing is, but judging by this individual, I'm pretty sure it's, not what he's saying it is. I'm pretty sure it's not as bad as what he's saying it is, but he wants to make things seem worse than what they are. Talking about he distanced himself from his own grandfather just because his grandfather had different beliefs than he did. Well, that's life, right? If you cannot get along with people who have different beliefs than you do, then that's pretty sad. Pretty sad that you want to live only amongst people who agree with you. You can only get along with people who agree with you, which is whack to me. But you can tell this guy's a full-fledged BLM supporter, probably an Antifa member, card-carrying Antifa member, donated probably his life savings to BLM when George Floyd died. But that's the kind of person that we have speaking out against his own grandfather. Now, I'm not saying that the guy didn't do anything wrong. I think that his grandfather did a horrible thing by opening the door and shooting the young man. I think he could have just kept his door closed and called the police if he thought somebody was trying to break into his house. But, I mean, that's neither here nor there, because whatever happened, and we can't change the past. But to call your grandfather out and say that he's racist, you're basically trying to condemn your grandfather before he even has his trial. Now, the prosecution can use that against him during his trial and say that the only reason that he shot Ralph Yarl was because Ralph Yarl was black. And then once people hear that, once the jury hears that, then that man could face, I think they said the maximum is life in prison for first-degree assault, which is what he's charged with. So I think he pretty much doomed his grandfather to spend the rest of his life in prison, which is not much, which he probably only has at most 5 to 7 years. But, I mean, I'm sure this young old man wanted to spend the rest of his life relaxing with his family or doing what he loved to do, and now he's going to have to spend it in prison. He made a big mistake, but now he doesn't even have a chance. The jury is pretty much going to have made up their mind before the trial even started based on these comments. We don't have fair trials anymore in the United States of America. When you have a story that has made headline news, then people, they start to build narratives about it. I should say the media start to build narratives about it and starts to brainwash the American people to believe what they want them to believe. So these people end up on juries, and then they've already made up their mind about these situations before they even hear the other side of the argument. So That's where we are in America, unfortunately. But we can blame it all on the left. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.